We are here in Richford at the Parsons Farm, and today we are going to meet Chet and Kate Parsons, who have been farming their entire lives. And we're going to meet some ewes and lambs from their flock.
We started lambing like earlier than usual, and then all of a sudden it just came on, and we don't have maybe 5 or 6 left to lamb.
Well, if they're lambing, we try to be up here by 5 o'clock.
5 a.m.
Just, to make sure everything's going okay. And sometimes we'll get up like at 2, 1 or 2. Kate's got a stronger maternal instinct than I do, so she'll tend to get up in the middle of the night and check on them. And of course, when she does, I do too.
They're not getting enough milk from the moms.
Now this is your job, Kate, is bottle feeding?
Yes. They won't grow if you don't feed them enough. And now's the time when, they need to have a good start.
Sometimes you do bottle feeding too?
Yeah, if I have to.
Are you Filipino?
We had 12 lambs on Saturday, which is the most we've ever had in one day. So there were 2 singles and 5 sets of twins. Wow. We couldn't make pens fast enough to put them in. And our grandkids, Ethan and Lila, were here, so they got to see it all.
And this is busy time right now.
Very busy, very busy. Once they get up and going, out running by themselves, then it eases off.
We're up to 35 today.
So 35 lambs.
Yeah, lambs.
Okay.
And we have probably about 32 ewes.
Okay. This is your family farm, is that right?
Yes. My grandfather bought it in 1919. I was milking cows. As soon as I was old enough to go to the barn and help my father, I was up in the barn helping him milk cows, do the hay.
I grew up on a dairy farm.
Oh, where was that?
Shoreham. I came from a big family, and you learn how to work when when you're on a farm like that. There's just always something to be done. Chet's sister was going to live in Burlington and work there, so she came to live with me that summer. That's how I met Chet, was through Susan.
We actually milked here for, I think, 13 years. These were our 3 kids. It was great to bring kids up here on the farm, learned how to work. 85, we sold the cows. I went to work for Extension. By default, ended up as a livestock specialist. I didn't know a whole lot about a sheep, so I went out and bought a flock of 30. Jumped right in. Started doing classes for sheep producers. Oh, I guess they grow on you after a while. There's nothing more entertaining than watching the lambs playing out in the pasture,
They're easier to manage. It's not like you can throw a cow around.
Can you throw a sheep around?
I can't anymore.
Kind of a trick involved in doing that, too.
So you both were working full-time and taking care of 30 ewes.
That winter, Chet was working for Extension, and he was always going somewhere. So he had gone somewhere overnight, and all I had to do was feed the hay. Well, I go out there, and there's a little lamb running around in the snow. And I'm like, what do I do with this? But that was the first we saw. I was the secretary to the superintendent, and I'd come home at lunchtime just to see if there was somebody I needed to feed or if somebody had lambed or whatever. So, it just becomes natural for you to figure stuff out. It's rewarding to get the lambs all healthy and happy and grown up.
So you just had a lamb born?
Yeah, right up here. It's a big lamb to begin with, and so they're stronger. And plus, it's nicer weather.
2665.
This is your log of babies?
Yes, it is.
And this was just, an hour ago? I've never met a newborn.
It's your baby. It's right here. It's okay. It's all right. Up. 11 and a half. Now we're dipping the navel with iodine. And you can see it's dirty to begin with. So.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Mom, here. These stay in a pen until they are well acclimated to their mom and they're bonded and they're growing and they're eating good.
They're entirely
They're
grass-fed,
entirely.
except for those alfalfa pellets.
Okay.
I don't feed any grain at all. I think she wants some alfalfa pellets. I think it was crack cocaine.
That's what I was gonna, it's like drugs.
The family farm's kind of going out.
I know, and what will our state be like if that is the
It's
case?
sad, but I don't know what you can do about it, you know.
Back then, it was a way of life to live on a farm. There were a lot of small farms, but now it is a cutthroat business.
Our kids all worked here, you know, when we were farming. They all had chores to do.
Your son Mitt.
He got killed in an ATV accident. My youngest son, we celebrated his 50th.
Our children were brought up, here on the farm, and we didn't have time to spend with them the way parents spend with their children now. It's a totally different way of bringing up your kids.
I love him.
What do you think?
Can I buy your farm?
We won't keep animals next winter.
We went as long as we could. We just decided this year it's a little bit more than we want to do. Well, that's another thing that we would like to do, is to travel and not have to think about, well, who's going to take care of the farm? Who's going to do the work while we're gone? Is everything going to go okay? We're not going to be haying this summer, right, Chet?
Right.
Yeah, so it's going to be different. Well, it was a good life. And it was all about family. That it was all about, it's so different now.
This is probably the final lambing season for Chet and Kate. I'm glad we were here to see it. And we will get stuck in Vermont with you again real soon. Right, everybody? What do you say? Is it nap time after alfalfa?
These guys?
Yeah.
For me.
I don't know. Both?
I usually take a nap after lunch, but this morning I was tired, so maybe a 2-nap day.